I didn't really have a plan for college to keep it all the way 100. I was like, I'm going to graduate high school and I'm going to go off to New York. I'm going to become a music producer. I always knew I was going to be a music producer early on. But around my senior year, I started feeling like, well, maybe I should experience college. Like maybe I should start the process. I've been thinking about Atlanta for a while because this is back in '96. So Atlanta was like, that's all you saw, that's all you heard about. It was LaFace, So Def, you know, Outkast, Jermaine Dupri, Organized Noize, all these different names coming from the city. And when my girlfriend at the time was like, yo, I'm going to Atlanta, and I was like, what school you going to? I thought she was going like to Spelman or something like that. She was like, oh, I'm going to Clark. And I was like, Clark? So then that was like a light bulb went off. And I was like, I'm going to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because I was debating LA and New York, and I was like literally having anxiety about this decision where I was gonna go. And I was like, now I'm gonna go to Atlanta, because I felt like I knew the history of Atlanta. I knew Atlanta was just like, you know, my mother used to tell me all the time, like, you know, Atlanta is the best place for black people to go, you know, go live and flourish. And that was like, oh, that's like the thing in the black community across the nation about Atlanta. It's like Wakanda, you know what I mean? Coming to Atlanta was like a shell shock for me, because it was like everybody was black. Like, you know what I mean? All the people at the bank was black, all the business people were black, all the politicians were black, all the way down to the people working at Christopherburg was black. You know what I mean? So for me, I was like, yo, I never seen so many black people in one concentrated place, and so much black culture and so dense in a metro city like that. I'd applied for Clark beforehand, got accepted, got a band scholarship, and decided, okay, yo, I'm gonna experience black college. When I came to Clark, I needed to understand how to network. Your network determines your net worth, you know what I mean? That's what Clark actually taught me, because even to this day, you know, I could rattle off a few names of people who I went to school with who are a major impact of my network right now. You know what I'm saying? It's been for the past 20 plus years, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have even been able to build those relationships if I had not came to this campus. Literally, the studio I ended up interning at and signing to, the company, they were literally right up Fair Street. You know, you took Fair, you know, I used to walk up Fair Street, bust a left on Walker Street, and walk down to the studio. It was there. And then, you know, not even 6-7 months later, I had a publishing deal, signed, preparing for my first release.
I'm saying this is one of them joints that could be like,
right there.
It could be big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be big.
Initially thought I could balance, you know, producing records and going to college, and, you know, then what happened was I started having to travel. And the traveling started, you know, just catching wreck on my schedule, you know, and I was having difficulty with professors and, you know, trying to balance and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna get the work to you, but you know, I gotta go to LA to produce this record for, you know, so-and-so. And I started making real money, you know what I mean? Like, more money than I could even imagine, right? And I was still holding on to trying to maintain school, and it was a disaster. Like, almost, you know, the last year was like ridiculous. Mr. Halsey was extremely influential for me because he knew what I was doing. Like, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew that I was like moonlighting at the studios, and, you know, like, he knew what I was doing. And I remember pulling me aside one day and was like, you know, you can always come back to school. You know what I mean? You know, what you don't want to do is you don't want to drive your GPA down. You know, you might want to just withdraw right now, pursue this. You know, I mean, you making more money than me. That's what people say, things like that. You know, like, you making more money than me. Like, you making more money than everybody on this campus. You need to go and pursue this and really go after it. And you can always, you know, you always have a home here. You'll always be able to come back. You know what I mean? And so that's what I did.
You got a different process between R&B and hip hop?
Only difference is like an R&B, I probably would write the song. Or, you know what I mean? Or be really involved with the writing of the melody of the record. Not only is the track, but here's what we should write about. Or, you know what I'm saying? Here's how the melody should go with this, that, and the third. Now I might demo the record. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? It's the same process.
The advice I would give students that are aspiring to achieve greatness is live life. Don't let life happen. You got to be very deliberate about life. You know what I'm saying? And even as young as 18, 19, freshman in college, like, you got to be deliberate about life. The reason why I'm here is because I was absolutely deliberate about what I wanted to do. Now, there may be other things that might have fell to this wayside, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm here with 9 Grammys and over 100 million records sold and 35 number one records and all of that stuff is because I was very deliberate about what I wanted to do. And I had strategy, I had a plan, and I went after it. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Producer one-on-one, if you're a real producer. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real producer one-on-one, you're able to sit in the studio with the artist and go through what we just went through. Y'all just got the whole process for free. For the free. Y'all got the whole process down. That's what I'm talking about right there. You just got it free.